guys, welcome back to Motorhead YouTube channel. Today's video, guys, we're finally back on the E30. I know a lot of y'all have been asking about it and everyone's just been wanting to see this car get done, and we actually have everything we need to get it running. So I think that's what we're going to focus on, and once we get the car running, you know, it'll give me a little bit of motivation to get all the body work done and get it painted. But for now, we're gonna just put it on a pause. Unfortunately, I did let it rust a little bit, so I think I'm just going to replace this door. We do have another door, and then we'll just redo all that body work on that door, because I mean there's probably rust under that Bondo and I just don't want to keep it. We're gonna have to do a lot of rust treatment, especially on the engine bay where we did the tube front end. I don't know why I just didn't prime it and I messed up, so we're gonna have to just fix all that. But we're gonna focus on stripping down Goon Squad's S2000. As you guys know, we bought their two S2000s, the red one and then the silver one, and Ben is rebuilding the red one and we got the silver one for this car. I wanted to take all the parts off of it, the wiring harness, because I pretty much want this to be a modern car in an old chassis. So I want to use the S2000 differential. I want to use all the wiring and everything, literally all the sensors. That way it'll run and feel like an S2000. So we're going to get right into that car. We got it up on the rollback right now, and we're going to pull it inside, get it on the lift and get it stripped down, and then we'll just go ahead and scrap that shell. Okay guys, so we got the car into the shop. It's on the lift. It was a little bit sketchy, and even now we kind of had to strap it down onto the arms. Hopefully nothing happens, but we're gonna be very careful when we're underneath it. And we did take y'all's advice. A lot of people were saying the shop was cluttered, so before we did anything, we went ahead and cleaned everything out. This place is looking awesome and it's just beautiful. We got these two cars here, and as you can see, guys, here's the motor from it, and now all we need is all the electronics off of this car. So that's what we're gonna focus on. We're gonna focus on getting all the electronics off of this car, the drive shaft, the differential, because I wanna use everything, and hopefully the drive shaft's close, or who knows, if we get lucky, right, imagine, dude, if it's just like perfect fit, which I highly doubt it, but
I doubt that, but
you never know, it could literally be perfect. But if not, we're gonna take it to Hudbo and get it shortened. Also, we're gonna have to build some Frankenstein drive shafts. But for now, what do you say? I say we get everything from underneath. That way we don't have to worry about that, and then we can start like digging into the interior and stuff. Okay,
yeah, that's fine. Let's just start stripping everything down that we can from underneath.
So we're gonna strip this car down first, and then we're gonna dive into this motor. It does have, well, this is screwed down. We'll show you guys later. It does have some issues that we need to look into. But first, I want to make sure we get everything off this car. That way we can just scrap it, because it was just taking up space over there, and Dad is really not like this. So let's get this thing stripped down and get it taken out of here and get it crushed. Okay, so this is all we needed from the bottom, that and the drive shaft. And now we're moving on here. We're gonna move this hard up. Wow, dude, I bet we could fix this thing.
I bet we could. You want to do it?
Let's do it.
Let's make a video fixing this thing.
Comment down below, guys, if you'd like to see a video fixing this, because I bet we could. That's actually the same hardtop that's on my S2000, so.
It's not the same, it's silver.
All right, so we're gonna remove the hardtop and get up into here and see if we can remove all this interior. It's gonna be kind of tricky with this quarter panel mashed up in here, but I think we can get it.
I mean, whatever's mashed, we're not gonna take, so.
Well, the wiring harness, I need it, so.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. We're gonna get all this off and get the interior cleaned out and see what we're looking at.
We'd like to save we'd like to save this dash, probably.
Yeah, the dash for sure. Dude, what if we put this dash in my car?
I don't know, we'll see. 'Cause, I mean, we have a couple dashes back there, but it's nice just to have.
Yeah, I definitely do want this whole cluster. I want all these buttons. I want the speedometer, because all that is going into my car. Maybe not in this form, but one thing I love is look at that dashboard. You now look at this one. It's like, it's pretty much the same orientation. It's all driver oriented, you know?
Yeah.
So like, I feel like we could literally make all that work in this old dash. And then obviously we just build a plate for the speedometer and put the S2000 cluster in there.
I guess we'll see about all that, but let's first get all this stripped out. And we'll
Yeah,
see.
hard top door, and then clean all the parts out and we'll go from there.
All right, let's do it.
All right, check this out, guys. We are moving along. Our harness is almost out. Vlad is just getting this bar out so we can get this final harness out. This harness actually goes to the front here. It's the most important one. It goes to the engine. And then we have this interior harness out. We will be using all these harnesses. And so he's gonna get this harness out real quick. And then what do you say? That's probably it for the car, yeah? Then we can
that's
scrap
pretty
it.
much it. We just need these harnesses and the rest of it, I mean,
We can
maybe
just
take
scrap
that
it.
out and
Yeah, take this out because I do need these little back pieces for my red S2000. So we'll take that out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get the cherry picker over here. See if we can drop this motor up into here. So we need to swap these motor mounts out and get the cherry picker over here and lower it in there and see how it fits. All right, guys, so we got the S2000 motor up inside this engine bay. This is actually the first test fit with the headers. They're fitting beautifully. We actually have some long tube headers we're going to install. These are the these are the OEM headers, so they're only temporary and they look absolutely beautiful in here. I'm very happy with it. I want to leave it NA for now. I know I do have a turbo kit for it, but first I want to get this thing running and driving NA, get everything sorted out. And as you can see, we got all the wiring harnesses out right here. They're completely removed, and we're probably going to be tucking all this under the dashboard. I want a clean engine bay. As you can see, we did shave all this, and so I really don't want much wires up inside of here. We do have one more harness right here, but it's actually pretty much ready to remove. Oh yeah, it actually is already removed. So as you can see, this is the final harness for this car. So we have an interior harness, an engine harness, and then we also have another harness that pretty much connects the two. And now this car is pretty much ready to scrap. Really don't need anything else off of it except that. I'm gonna try and get that out, and then obviously the airbag module. Everything else is junk, and we couldn't really remove anything from this side because it was just absolutely thrashed. Toby's just inspecting everything, just hanging out. He's getting super big too. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing loaded up on the tow truck and get all this cleaned up, because we literally just cleaned up the shop and now it's just cluttered with all these parts. So we're gonna take whatever we need, and everything else is just gonna get thrown back into the car, loaded up onto the rollback, and took into the scrapyard. So let's get it all cleaned up, get it all situated, and get it loaded. All right, guys, so the S2000's out of our way, and now we're gonna go ahead and start on this motor, and we need to get this valve cover off, and you're gonna see what that issue is I was talking about. Ooh, so as you can see, guys, that is not good. Yeah,
Rusty cams.
we honestly didn't even see this until later because the motor was all wrapped up, but I guess water still somehow got in there. So, and they're all loose. I don't know why. I don't know what Goonsquad was doing with this motor or why they had these cams unscrewed, but hopefully they unscrewed them properly, and now we're just gonna take them off. And you said we can soak them in something, right?
Yeah, there's some kind of rust prevention stuff at O'Reilly's that we can get.
Yeah, so we definitely want to make sure that they're good before we install them back in there. And
So we'll get that stuff, unscrew them, let them soak for a little bit.
honestly, they're not even that bad. Like, it's coming off with your finger, but we want to clean it out perfectly. And you think these we can just clean? Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
those
yeah.
will just clean
Yeah,
by hand. These will soak, and then get them reinstalled correctly.
Yeah, we just need to make sure we put them in right. That's all I'm worried about.
There's little notches here that will tell us where they need to go.
All right, so we're gonna get these off, and we'll head over to O'Reilly's. All right, so as you can see inside here, all this just wipes off. It's not really bad. The cam's got the worst of it, so we're gonna need to go get that stuff and let them soak, probably overnight, yeah?
No, we can let them soak for about 20 minutes.
And then we can get it cleaned off.
Yeah.
All right, and then, shoot, if we get all that figured out, we'll just have to get this motor mounted properly and start wiring it up, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Let's get all this cleaned off, get these cams cleaned off, and then
Oh, I need to call up Honda and order new cam bolts too.
yeah, new cam bolts, and then I don't know why they took them off. I guess maybe when they took off the head gasket.
They didn't take the head gasket off this one.
I don't know. Somebody told me they did.
Did they?
I don't know. Why did they take off the cams? Maybe they started?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch their video and see what they did.
All right, let's go grab that stuff.
All right, let's go. We're gonna take the CR just so we know what the motor sounds like. What?
Evaporate or drop rust right there.
Right here, this right here.
All right, we got Anthony over here. Anthony's.
Hey Anthony, will this work in a 2010 Ligma?
Well, lick my balls. Yeah, sure it will. It's like Jello gelatin. Yeah, you put it on there and you just rub it.
This is non-dripping formula.
Right, it don't drip, so you won't get your underwear dirty. It is a gel.
Wait, is that what we need, Vlad?
Hey, yeah, this rinses off with water.
Or sloppy, it's ready if you want to do it.
Yeah, that's what we need right here.
All right, let's get it. Let's get those things
All right.
covered.
All right, guys, this is what we got. Rust dissolver.
All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for this video. We actually got a lot of progress done. Unfortunately, guys, we couldn't get all the rust off the cams. There's a little bit of pitting. I'm not really too worried about it. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is take these cams to the machine shop and get him to fully clean them off. I really don't want to sand them. I like going over them with a scuff pad, and that's the most I'd want to do. I don't want to damage these cams because this motor is very pricey. Shout out to Goon Squad. You know, I got a very good deal on it thanks to them. But I would not want to replace this motor because it's going to cost an arm and a leg. So we're going to make sure we do everything properly. And the next episode, guys, we can literally just go ahead and put this wiring harness into this car. My plan is literally for the car to think it's an S2000, you know, so we don't have no gimmicks, no issues. I want this motor to run as Honda intended for it to run, with everything there. We're literally going to put every harness in, every sensor, and we're just going to build mounting points. I'm hoping that all the wiring harness stuff will line up, because as you can see, guys, I mean, it has been a while since we worked on it, but we did do the S2000 brake booster, the S2000 ABS, and all that. And I'm hoping the harness will be in line, you know, that we want to modify too many things and that it'll all line up to each other. And that way we can just plug everything in and have it ready to go, start right up. I have the immobilizer. I'm gonna run the S2K cluster. I have a really good idea for that with the metal plate. It's gonna be super awesome, guys. Stay tuned. Next episode, I'm hoping we can get all that into this car and crank it up for the very first time. I know all you guys wanna see it and hear it. I mean, everyone's been commenting about this car. This is literally the car that started our channel, and it's my dream car, and I'm very excited to drive it. And I really wanna get it driving because my goal is to ride it up into the paint booth under its own power. So I really wanna get the motor running, and once we get the motor running and get the drive shaft figured out and the differential, because you know we are using the S2000 drive shaft and the S2000 diff and the S2000 axles. They are half axles, so I'm gonna probably Frankenstein them and build some custom axles for the rear. But stay tuned for that, guys. It's gonna be super exciting. Once we get it running and driving, we'll drop the motor, paint the engine bay, trim it out, and then literally just drive it into the paint booth under its own power. It's gonna be super exciting, and I already have a couple of cool color ideas for this car, and they're absolutely insane. So stay tuned. If you guys like the content and want to see this car get finished, be sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the bell so you don't miss out. And if you want to follow us on Instagram at motorhead.co, I'll link it down below. We appreciate all the love and support, guys, and we appreciate your patience with this build. We really can't just work on it too much because this car literally just eats money. It really doesn't make money, and you know, we are a business. We have to do a lot of customer work, so bear with us, guys. We are getting it done, but like I said, we can't get it done quickly because we can't just put all our energy into it. And today we literally put a lot of energy into it, and I'm really happy with the progress. But that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.